You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
If you prefer real mornings, shouldn't you have a real breakfast? At McDonald's, we get real about breakfast. That's why you can have a savory sausage biscuit with delicious hash browns for only $1.50. It's time to wake up breakfast. Single item at regular price. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Not to be a backseat driver, but can you say for sure you got the best monthly payment possible on your auto loan? Could it be that you might have gotten a better deal by shopping the loan at a few places and have a lower car payment? Next time, before you go car shopping, visit Communication Federal Credit Union first. Our auto loan experts will find you a perfect loan and get you the lowest monthly payment we can. Communication Federal, your auto loan experts. Restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis. And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, Pop-Up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
I know karate, I know jiu-jitsu, I drive like a gangster when I'm coming to see you, see you. See you, see you.
Ready to stand out, Army ROTC prepares you not only as a college student, but as a strong leader, allowing you to earn the rank of second lieutenant. You will be eligible for full tuition merit-based scholarships and develop leadership skills essential for your future. Start strong and enhance your college experience. Visit your campus Army ROTC representative today. To find out how you can earn up to a full tuition scholarship, visit goarmy.com/podcast to locate your closest ROTC program today. Army officers inspire, strengthen others. Paid for by the United States Army.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
The following program contains coarse language and adult themes. Listener discretion is advised.
Okay.
The way I always do. How was I to know? She was with the Russians too. I was gambling in Havana. I took a little risk. Send lawyers, guns, and money. Dad, get me out of this. Ha!
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody?
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
It is. I almost forgot what day it was, which is why I was late pushing the button. I was like, oh, wait, Wednesday.
I heard that click.
Yeah. I want to hear it. Anyway, so I'm on half of the crew. Mr. Rick Robinson, he's the other half. He's the Amish lawyer, barn-raising fool that he is, banging everybody's mom behind Circle K. So speaking of which, how'd you like that meme I sent you, sir?
That was nice. That was good. That was that's in the rotation.
As soon as I saw it, I read it. I was like, "Oh shit, I have to send that to him." It's like, use it in good health, bro.
You know, it's funny. A lot of people send me memes that they just can't use themselves, and I'm here for it. I love it.
Oh no, I had no qualms about using it, but you have the whole brand built around it, so I was like,
Right.
yeah, I'll send it to you instead.
No, it's like I don't know if you saw. I used it last week when it was like mood, and it was I think it originally came out of like a Dragon magazine or something related to D&D, and it was the two, where the two Asian slaves carrying the shogun's giant cock over their shoulders, and it's like somebody said that to me. He's like, "Here, I can't use this, but it made me think of you."
No, I must have missed that one. I'm gonna have to go back.
So it's my meme for big cock energy now.
Nice. Oh.
How you doing, man? What's going on with you?
Well, other than, watching everybody kind of just seem like they're pretty much losing their minds. Not much. How about you?
Sorry, I got a little nutmeg in my throat for my eggnog. Please hold. Okay, yeah, do not inhale as the nutmeg is still in powdered form. I'm good. I'm confused. I'm a little angry that apparently California and Texas are going to join forces against a dictatorial leader, and the heroes of the story are the fucking media.
Wait, what's happening?
Oh, you haven't seen the trailer for the new movie Civil War coming out?
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I get it now. Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Speaking of movies, the Obama families decided they want to try to be Steven Spielberg, and they're not doing a very good job at it.
They've been kind of behind the scenes of Netflix for a while, and
yeah, but as far as I know, this is their first fictional foray that they actually have credits on, and it was terrible. There's a new Netflix movie that dropped, I think it was last week, called Leaving the World Behind. And I have to admit, the only reason I even decided I was going to try to watch it was because it had Julia Roberts in the thumbnail. Like, and then so I'm watching it, right? And I'm like, dude, this is nothing but a white bitch being evil to black people and then being racist back, and it's just kind of weird. And then, not to give away too many spoilers, but the movie just kind of abruptly just says we're done. No explanation, no resolution, just like, yeah, we're done. And then rolls the credit. Then rolls the credits, and one of the first things you see is produced by Barack and Michelle Obama, and I'm like, no wonder it sucked.
Yeah.
No wonder. I mean, the whole thing is, right, so, this is the irony of it all. So these people are, like, screaming and yelling about how we need electric cars and we need this, that, and the other. One of the most prominent scenes in the movie is all the Teslas going nuts and smashing into each other, while the protagonist family is dodging, Teslas trying to kill them that are smashing into one another. So you can tell that it's an
Obama movie because it would have been like Chevy Volts or something, but because we're all supposed to hate Musk, it's Teslas.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So on one hand, they're like, "Oh, buy electric," but on another hand, don't buy Teslas because they're gonna do this. And then I saw this weird article today that I can't really trace the sourcing of. Apparently, somebody's trying to recall like every Tesla ever made because of the auto drive potentially being able to be abused by humans. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah, you know what auto drive being abused by humans is? Driving. You're abusing the auto drive by driving, you fucking human bastard.
I was like, how exactly does one abuse auto drive? I don't know about you, but I grew up in the era of Knight Rider. I have been dreaming to be able to tell my car to take me wherever the fuck I want to go since I was 8.
God damn, I mean, when I used to drink heavily, that was my, God, take me home.
I mean, dude, there are literally times when I was working private security and doing all the other things that I was doing that I was up for like 20 to 22 hours a day. And there are times that I don't. At that time, I was driving a red Ford F-150. It was like a 2000 model, 2001. There are times I don't even know how the truck got me home. Because I remember getting in, I remember returning the keys, and then the next thing I know, I'm on my driveway. I'm like, I don't even know how the fuck I got here. So, yeah, it's a wonder I'm still alive, but how much better would my life have been for sure if I could have been like, hey, take me home, kid. Sure.
Okay. Jeff Jeff on Linux, by the way. I love that, by the way. So he drops into the chat. It's apparently potentially being influenced by outside forces, like somebody can hack into the car. Well, that's everything.
That just means you need to patch your shit.
I'm sorry. Just patch your shit. There used to be a show, I don't know if you ever heard, called Cyber Chill and Cyber War, where we would talk about how everything was hackable. It's just a matter of proactively mitigating the chances of it not. And, no, let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater, guys.
Oh.
Teslas are fucking awesome. I really want their commercial trucks to get better. I really do. Not that fucking Cybertruck. But you know what? Cybertruck is kind of badass. I wouldn't mind owning one. But the big ones that look like the Volvo semis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want one of those. Oh, so they can't actually control the car, but they can influence the route that it takes. Well, that's only a problem if you're a taxi.
Oh, I don't know. That could be. I mean, you know, there's an entire episode of Monk that kind of went badly because of that. Back during the infancy of the whole, you know, satellite navigation stuff, somebody basically broke into some dude's car and changed out his satellite navigation disc and put him in the middle of nowhere and murdered him. So I kind of see why that might be a problem.
Well, you know what? That was actually, they did that in an episode of Warehouse 13 too, where Claudia hacked into a GPS and sent him into a traffic jam, so they could catch the guy.
Oh yeah,
so,
and it was on Doctor Who too, because they had this whole Atmos thing that was part, you know.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
drive your car, and it tried to drive one dude off into the lake.
That was the Santarans, right?
Yep.
Okay, thought so.
So yeah, it's kind of been a recurring theme of sci-fi. I mean, hell, you know, we have Maximum Overdrive, which was honestly a movie that scared the crap out of me when I was a kid.
It wasn't a movie. It was a 2-hour video for AC/DC's. Which album was that?
I don't care.
It was one of their less popular albums that became really popular because it was the basic soundtrack for the movie.
I don't care.
Who made who?
I liked the movie.
Okay. No, it was a fun one. I like the way that it ended too, with the UFO getting shot down by a Russian weather satellite.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was somebody trying to tell us something. Just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You know, it was the height of the Cold War. Everybody's weather satellites were, I mean, can you feel the air quotes I'm putting on that? I'm laying it on pretty thick. Spies Like Us, actually, no, Spies Like Us was, that was an MTV satellite.
Yeah.
That was direct. Yeah. God damn.
Can you feel the sarcasm font that I'm laying down right now?
Right.
Okay, so apparently we have to have a rule that you're not allowed to have eggnog right before broadcasting anymore or something.
No, I just, you know, the thing is that I inhaled the goodness that is eggnog, and the nutmeg that was on top that didn't get mixed in with the Di Serrano has hit the back of my throat. And, yeah, anyway. I'll drink this beer. I'll be fine.
So just never mind. So many bad things I could say with that entire sentence you just put together.
Sure.
Oh.
All right. Let's see. What else is going on?
Oh, you know.
Let's see. I did the Civil War bit. God, that's just... The movie just looks fucking terrible.
Yeah. I actually was teasing Brad about that.
And why does Kirsten Dunst sound like she's got a mouthful of marbles?
I could answer that question, but...
And she has not aged well. I'm sorry. I look better than she does at my age.
Well, that's because you make yourself young. She's been doing things that are bad.
Oh, no. I have done my share of drugs. I've done your share of drugs. I've done a lot of drugs. No.
Yeah, but as you've gotten older, you got smarter. She's still doing them. Guarantee you.
Hey, you know what? While we're talking about Tesla real quick, this just came across my feed. According to NBC News, as vehicles get bigger and heavier, they also get deadlier. Tesla's new Cybertruck, a 6,800-pound electric car, would be lethal to pedestrians and occupants of lighter vehicles in case of an accident, experts say. That's every car, retard.
But it's Tesla. It's Elon. They have to destroy him now because he's not carrying.
He needs to just legally change his name to Evil.
Speaking of which, I don't know why nobody's been able to figure this out yet. Love is evil. You don't believe me? Say it backwards.
Yeah, no, it's true.
But yeah, no, Elon is all over the news, and apparently he's pissing everybody off because now he's decided he's going to start the Texas Institute of Technology and Science. Say that acronym.
Tits.
Telling you, when Stacy mentioned this earlier, I was like, I have $1 billion idea for Elon Musk. He needs to put a picture, like the old timey drawing of the campus on the front of the shirt and show us your tits on the back.
Les tits now. Yeah, I'm tweeting her. Okay.
Just saying, that's like $1 billion idea.
Yeah, no, totally.
But yeah, so apparently he's pissed off everybody because he's gonna, delve into education. He's everybody's like, no, we can't do that. Everybody's like, why not? But yeah, apparently he's already sunk like $100 million into it or something. So,
oh, that's great. I mean, that's okay. Everybody who's mad about that forgets how many colleges at Carnegie and Mellon and all the other
dude, Rockefellers,
Rockefeller industrialists. How many? I mean, okay. So I've been playing a game called Railway Empire 2. And it's kitschy. I mean, it's cutesy. It's not like Transport Fever. It's not like hyper realistic or anything. But one of the things you do is you're industrialist. You set up universities. You set up libraries in towns to get them to grow, and that's your thing. That's your legacy. That's that's what you do. That's what they did. I mean, that's the one thing that's kind of like true to history is that okay, you know what? We need more population in this town for whatever. Build a fucking university. Well, you wonder why these universities are in the most ass backwards, like Cambridge. I mean, fucking Cambridge.
Well, there's a reason for that too, and a lot of people don't know this. So what they did is, as they got older, they started taking their liquid stuff that their family members would have to pay taxes on, etc., and they started investing it because most of these people have living trusts that had become their family's bank. That money's basically secured. Nobody ever has to pay taxes on it. So they would basically start all these other things as they aged out so that nobody had to worry about paying taxes when they passed away, etc., and all the other little things that we all get caught up in because they figured out ways ages ago to be their own banks. The thing is, nobody teaches us how to do that anymore. I'm about to fix that. Because it's not as hard as everybody thinks to build generational wealth. They just don't want you to know how easy it is. It doesn't even take that much money up front. You just have to be patient. Takes you
it's like I remember the brilliant economist Steve Martin once said, how to become a millionaire without paying taxes. First of all, get $1 million. Then when the tax collector comes, say, I forgot to pay taxes. It works for so many.
Well, no, it's not even that, right? So this is one of the reasons why I hadn't been doing as much the other stuff because I fell down this rabbit hole about a month and a half ago because I started trying to figure out, how can I do this stuff, get it set up the right way, and make sure that I have recurring money coming in. So one of the rabbit holes I fell down into was how folks like Carnegie and the Rockefellers, and there's another family that I can't think of their name of right now that nobody talks about anymore that was just as rich as the Rockefellers, but by the fourth generation they were broke because they didn't do it right.
Well, that was Vanderbilt.
Yeah, Vanderbilt's. Yeah, them.
And Mellon as well.
Yeah. So Vanderbilt was. I don't, because I remember when I heard the name, I was like, oh wait, that's the one that they talk about on that commercial we play all the time. I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. But yeah, so. Right. But yeah, there's a really simple process to building generational wealth. And it doesn't even cost you very much up front. You start looking into these whole life policies, not term, whole life policies. Whole life policies can build cash value as you put money into them. You also have the ability to withdraw that money when there's enough there that you can remove it. So you can technically use that as your own bank. So let's say you have $75,000 built into this policy and you want to go buy a $50,000 car. Instead of going to get a loan and paying interest of probably anywhere at this point, 7 to 9%, even if your credit's good, you take a loan out of this and you're paying it back at 4% interest while you're probably making somewhere around 8% interest. The scary thing is, even though you've taken that $50,000 out of that policy, it's still earning the same amount of interest as if you never touched the money.
Yeah.
So, and the reason I bring this up is because for years I've been telling everybody, if we did what the government and the banks do, we'd all go to jail. That's not true. We just didn't know we could. Because we actually can. You just have to know how. And it doesn't even cost that much. I'm kicking myself right now because if I had done, I'm 50 now. If I had done this 30 years ago and done the things that I'm starting to map out to figure out how to do now, I would have access to probably $3 or $4 million tax-free and be able to invest it, be able to buy property with it, whatever I need to do. I don't have to pay taxes on it because it's already going to be taxed. It's already been taxed, so it's not going to be taxed again. But that's how these people not only made sure that their family was taken care of, they also managed to build a legacy because they locked money away that every family member that was a member of the trust had access to. And the thing about it is, so let's say for the sake of argument, based on the same discussion that you and I are having right now, I get a term life policy or whole life policy when I turn 21. I then marry somebody, so I get them a policy. I then start having kids, so as my kids are born, I get all of them policies. All of this money gets set up in a trust. And then if you do it right, you set up an LLC that is actually the beneficiary to the trust.
And then you kill them all, but in a way...
No, you don't even need to do that. Because...
You don't need to, but...
But that's the thing, though. You don't need to do that, because let's say that over the life of this policy, it's going to accrue $1 million. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, just to make the math easy, that means that by the time I age out, and my children are about to access this money, there's $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $6 million sitting in a trust. And if I've been smart with it the entire time, I've pulled money out of it, only losing 4%, and invested in properties and everything else tax-free. And if I pay it back, great. If I don't pay it back, when the death benefit pays out, they wipe out whatever I've borrowed, and they still get to keep the rest of it. And there's still millions of dollars locked in a trust, still earning interest. This is why people that understand how stuff works get rich. This is why they don't want us to know this is a possibility, because it really is just about that simple, and it doesn't cost you any more than probably a couple of cups of coffee a week by the time you're done with what they charge for coffee today at Starbucks. I'm just saying. But they don't want you to know, because they want you to be good little mindless robots and go push your cash register buttons and mind your own business and answer the phones and don't talk back and don't think for yourself and don't worry about making money, because money's bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the rabbit hole I've been down for about 6 weeks now.
I can tell. That's good.
Everybody's in the chat rooms probably frantically like looking up who does whole life policies.
Right.
But yeah, no.
Yeah.
But yeah,
good stuff.
And the funny thing is, I found some of this because I finally decided that I was tired of just watching TV all the time, and then I started trying to read like books, and then I realized, I'm old now, so sitting and trying to hold a book for hours at a time is fucking annoying. So I started subscribing to Audible, and I found a bunch of books on tape that
the Audible rabbit hole.
I typically listen to. The one I've been listening to, I'm about halfway through with it now, is one that was actually written right after the Great Depression. And it actually references how Andrew Carnegie made all of his money. It's kind of weird.
Hey. Well, being a robber baron helps too.
But so anyway, speaking of robber barons, somebody skipped the subpoena today.
Oh, was Trump supposed to appear?
No, Hunter was.
Who was?
Hunter.
Oh, yeah. I heard when you were filling in for G, you were playing his little "Poor Me."
Yeah, I couldn't help it. As soon as he started saying, "And they're trying to take the light of my dad's love and turn it dark," I'm like, "Ask your sister about your dad's love, bro."
Yeah, I saw that was good.
I was like,
that was good stuff.
It's like, I can't help it. Anyway, but yeah, no. So that was in the news today, and apparently they've decided, even though we already launched an impeachment inquiry, they decided to make it official and took a vote today, and it actually happened. So I guess now we're officially doing an impeachment inquiry now.
You know what? Okay, so I'm sorry, waste of money, because all right, I see the political maneuvering in that, but it didn't seem to hurt Trump any.
Well, I mean, it may not necessarily hurt Biden anymore either, because everybody's just decided that the only side that tells the truth is the side that they believe. Everything else is all made up bullshit. It's a weird world we live in now, and it started the day that they decided that the truth could become your truth, because your truth is nothing but an opinion. But you've now made it a truth, which means now, if what you're hearing doesn't align with your truth, it is what Hunter Biden said today multiple times, which really confused the fuck out of me. False facts. What the fuck does that even mean? It's either fact or it's not fact. There's no such thing as false facts. I'm just saying.
I mean, we have to go back to the great constitutionalist Tommy Lahren. Or the great constitutional Tommy Lahren, who was standing in her facts. That was the first time I actually ever heard anybody personalize a fact. I'm sure it had been done before. Sounds like quite a millennial thing to do. But yes, it was the first time I heard standing in my truth, standing in my facts, or whatever it was, her exact verbiage, was Tommy Lahren. And it made my fucking eyes bleed.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we've got that Civil War coming, so that's nice.
Dude, we've had a Civil War coming for a long time.
So the one thing, so about the trailer again, where everybody's confused about California and Texas linking up to attack Washington, D.C. And it makes sense if you eliminate the coast of California, because otherwise the rest of California was like, yeah, I can get on board with Texas, and we're going to go oust a fucking totalitarian dictator? Yeah, all right.
I mean, everybody forgets that half of the population of California came from places like Oklahoma and Texas during the Depression anyway.
Well, there's, talk about generational wealth, it's generational values. But also, I mean, you get off the coast, yeah, it looks more and more purple because,
because people aren't retarded. I'm just saying.
But yeah.
It's like here, there's where the District 5 is bright blue, and everything else is a red sea around it. So, well, that.
May the odds forever be in their favor.
That and whatever district Tulsa's in, I don't remember, are the two blue spots, and all of Oklahoma and everything else is bright red. But they're also the most dense populated areas. Which is weird when you think about it. It's like once you start packing a bunch of people together, it's like they fucking lose their minds.
That's everywhere.
Well, I mean, we're supposed to be like social animals, and we're supposed to like being around people. So why is it that the more people you cram into a square foot of space, the more stupid they become?
It's that line from Men in Black. A person is smart, but people are dumb, panicky, and something. Ignorant? I don't know. But yeah, because that's when you start to get the herd.
That's true. I mean, we are, even Jesus referred to us as sheep, so I guess that's kind of...
Well, but it's like, to borrow a line from Firefly, when they're talking, have you ever seen this stampede in a place where the cows got no way to go? It's kind of a meat grinder.
That's true. That's true.
And that's kind of like just cities. It's a meat grinder. So anyway, I'm looking for a good horizontal sheath for a folding knife.
Nice.
Yeah. No, I just last minute gift ideas for friends. Yeah. I mean, I'm not doing that currently while we're doing the show. I'm just throwing that out there.
I just figured you were trying to find somewhere to hide a potential murder weapon. So.
Well, no, because that's... Yeah, funny story. The last time that I wore a knife horizontally on my belt, I was working on my car. I had this just falling apart 1978 Camaro LT. I mean, it was fine when I got it. I just didn't treat it very well until later. But I'm working on it. I'm in the parking lot of some Petco because it had good light there, and I'm trying to get my starter to do its thing. So, and a couple cops roll up on me, and they're like, "He's got a dagger." I'm like, "What? What are you talking about? It's a fucking utility knife." So, anyway, I didn't get shot, which was surprising because it was San Diego sheriffs, and they like to shoot everybody more so than LAPD.
Well, it's lucky for you, you were undercover Amish at that point, or they probably would have shot first and asked questions later.
Actually, the reason why I joined the Amish was because I'm in hiding. They're like the French Foreign Legion. You show up, you're like, "Oh, so you want to join the Amish?" Yeah, okay. So if anybody comes looking for so and so, have we seen you? No. Okay, your name is Ordnance Packard.
So you're Harrison Ford, is what you're saying?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
Does that work? You guys buying that?
Everybody's like, what the fuck's he talking about?
What do you think about a commercial?
What are these things you call commercials? Just kidding.
Those things that make us nickels. So, maybe?
Yeah, I'm working on it. Hang on.
Get some bumper music, son.
I was trying. The computer was being cranky. Don't judge me. Or go ahead and judge me.
I can feel you judging me. By the way, I'm going to say this again. D. Serrano and eggnog is fucking fantastic.
It's probably about the only way I actually like to drink it. I have another weird one, though. I actually like to put Southern Comfort in eggnog. Won't drink it any other way, but I like Southern Comfort in eggnog.
We're going to talk about Southern Comfort when you come back.
All right. Speaking of, we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
If you prefer real mornings, shouldn't you have a real breakfast? At McDonald's, we get real about breakfast. That's why you can have a savory sausage biscuit with delicious hash browns for only $1.50. It's time to wake up breakfast. Single item at regular price. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Not to be a backseat driver, but can you say for sure you got the best monthly payment possible on your auto loan? Could it be that you might have gotten a better deal by shopping the loan at a few places and have a lower car payment? Next time, before you go car shopping, visit Communication Federal Credit Union first. Our auto loan experts will find you a perfect loan and get you the lowest monthly payment we can. Communication Federal, your auto loan experts. Restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis. And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, pop up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
I know karate, I know jiu-jitsu, I drive like a gangster when I'm coming to see you, see you. See you, see you.
Ready to stand out, Army ROTC prepares you not only as a college student, but as a strong leader, allowing you to earn the rank of second lieutenant. You will be eligible for full tuition merit-based scholarships and develop leadership skills essential for your future. Start strong and enhance your college experience. Visit your campus Army ROTC representative today. To find out how you can earn up to a full tuition scholarship, visit goarmy.com/podcast to locate your closest ROTC program today. Army officers inspire, strengthen others. Paid for by the United States Army.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
The following program contains coarse language and adult themes. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome back. It's Rick and Ordy. I'm Rick. He's Ordy. Hey, Ordnance. You know who?
You are not.
You know who?
Yes.
You know who? You know who reminded me how much I like this song?
Who's that?
The show Magicians, when they did one of their musical episodes.
Oh yeah. That's right. Which that show's kind of rapey.
No, there's no kinda.
No, it's pretty rapey.
that show.
Maybe Harry Potter goes to college.
That show is like if Harry Potter and Pornhub had a baby.
But you're right. You know, they're musical, and I'm not a fan of musical episodes like the Buffy one. I appreciate it for what it was, and but that one when they kind of they did it wasn't. It was still bad, but still.
Yeah, but it was another one that at least kind of had an explanation as to why they suddenly were busting out into music instead of just, hey, we're going to do a musical episode just for the sake of doing a musical episode. Which, you know, I mean, I get it. You know, around the time everybody was doing those things, musicals were kind of cool again. You had the whole the whole singing,
High School Musical,
High School Musicals, all
Glee,
that stuff. Yeah, but
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and the one of the only saving graces for me for the the Strange New Worlds musical episode. Well, there were a couple. One of the actresses is actually a Grammy winner out of Australia, so she can actually sing. And two, they actually did a couple.
Well, I mean,
they
so
actually
was Kylie Minogue, but come on.
Well, they actually also did a couple of callbacks to the Buffy musical episode, which I thought was kind of cool. One of them joked about, well, at least we didn't turn into bunnies. I was like, oh, that's a Buffy callback. I like that.
Shot across the bow, too.
But yeah, I mean, that is either the most hated or the coolest episode, or for me, just kind of,
there's no in between on that. You either love that episode or you hate it. I mean, there's no,
I mean, it's like that with a lot of that stuff. But I honestly, I like the fact that they're 2 seasons in and they're already comfortable enough in their own skin that they're doing shit that nobody's done before. Like, the closest that Star Trek has ever come to a musical episode was Space Hippies.
God damn, that was terrible.
And then damn it, I don't even have eggnog to use as an excuse. They've also already done a crossover episode where they took the Lower Decks animated series and made 2 of the characters there live action, which that is honestly probably my favorite episode of the entire season. Because I absolutely loved it, especially after finding out that it was improv. There is a spot where Ensign Boimler is like hanging out in. He basically passes out at some point, and he wakes up and he's in Pike's cabin, and he's kind of looking around, and he realizes that Pike has a saddle sitting over in the corner. He's like, "Well, it's not gonna hurt history or anything if I sit on this, is it?" And he's like, and this is actually in the Ready Room podcast. This is the conversation that he's having with Jonathan Frakes at the time, who's actually directing the episode. He said, and then I look up, and the guy who's done this on every single episode that I can remember is the guy that's directing this episode. So without even thinking about it, without even missing a beat, I hike my leg over the saddle and yell, "Riker!" And he's like, "Yeah, I hate you. My wife was laughing about that for like an hour." And then they both started laughing. But yeah, I mean, if you haven't watched Star Trek: The Next Generation recently, you should go back and pull it up on YouTube. Just YouTube the Riker.
No, everybody knows the Riker maneuver.
Well, if you don't, there's a compilation on YouTube. You can see all the times that he's basically any time Will Riker was going to sit anywhere, it was I'm going to hike a leg over the chair and come in.
Well,
that way.
The thing is, I think that's from a back injury, though. That's why he did that.
Well, if that was the case, he didn't explain it in the episode of the Ready Room that I saw. But I think that's because he and Will Wheaton and the guy that plays Ensign Boimler were just laughing so hard that nobody cared anymore. Because then, of course, Will Wheaton, to not be undone, starts playing the few handful of clips where Wesley Crusher decided that he was going to do the Riker maneuver because he was like, I wanted to be like you, and Wesley Crusher wanted to be like Riker, so here's me attempting to do the Riker maneuver.
Yeah, no, I just checked. It is from a back injury, and he has to modify the way he sits. So the Riker chair maneuver, the Riker lean, because he also, if you haven't noticed, there's also the Riker lean, are due to his back injury.
Yeah, I will say that because I've never really gotten to go to any of the conventions or anything, and I don't really watch much of their footage. I was really surprised the first time I heard Jonathan Frakes actually speak in an interview, and I realized that he's not as cool sounding as Will Riker. I was like, wait a minute, where did the bravado go? The hell is this?
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, no, but the thing is he's actually kind of humble. I mean, for granted the fact that he's like directed everything Trek that, him or freaking Reading Rainbow guy. I just drew a blank on his name. Was that
LeVar Burton?
Yeah, LeVar Burton. Yeah. Fucking. Aside from the two of them directing every episode after Next Generation of everything. In fact, there's a meme I'm going to be dropping later about it. It's just the most bizarre thing. And Riker's like, yeah, I've got to fucking direct that. But it's like the most bizarre Star Trek fan fiction. But yeah, it's he's actually kind of like pretty fucking humble.
I get it. It's just the first time I heard him talking, he sounded like a nerd. I was like, one of us.
Yeah, he's one of us. Yeah, he's not the womanizing jackass that he plays.
It was weird because it was like, it was Will Riker's face, but it was like Leonard from Big Bang Theory's voice came out. I was like, what the fuck? I'm so confused right now, but okay. He's a nerd
like me. He used to do Believe It or Not, too.
Yeah, he's a nerd like me. But yeah, no, so the other interesting thing, and I haven't read it yet, but I've read a few excerpts of it, is Sir Patrick Stewart put out his biography regarding his life in Star Trek, and there's some interesting things that have leaked from that, like the fact that for like the first season and a half he lived out of a suitcase because he just assumed he was going to be fired because Roddenberry hated him.
Right.
Roddenberry's like,
who got the last laugh? Fucking.
It's like Roddenberry was like pissed. He's like, there's no way that the captain of the Enterprise should be some old-looking bald fucker whose head shines when the camera lights hit it. That's almost a quote, by the way.
Yeah, no, I mean, but when you look at the screen tests, the early screen test with with Patrick Stewart wearing a wig.
Oh yeah.
It just, the thing is that it kind of emasculated him more because then he's just this limp fucking limey,
But yes.
But if you remember, once you got to look at Patrick Stewart, bald Stewart on the Enterprise, you're remembering bald Stewart with a mullet from Excalibur.
Well, that's the thing. Patrick Stewart went bald really early in life, so it wasn't even necessarily his fault.
Never had hair.
And that kind of they started making up different reasons why he lost all his hair.
Jeff's dropping Riker gargoyle references in chat.
The other thing that I thought was interesting, because a lot of people don't know this, well, I guess because you mentioned that Frakes has directed pretty much anything Trek related that hasn't sucked.
Yeah.
First Contact, which was their number one movie of the new franchise, he actually directed that one, and there became a running joke on that set because there's that really big line, right, where Patrick Stewart's like having just a fucking meltdown because they're wanting him to destroy the Enterprise, and he's like,
yeah,
the line must be drawn here, this far, no further. And then every time every time Stewart got serious for the rest of that shoot, Frakes would just bust out, the line must be drawn here, and everybody would just start busting out laughing. Those are the things that I love, because when people when people really start gelling and they've worked together forever and they can just routinely just find little ways to give people shit and they just roll with it. Because that was not Stewart in the beginning. He actually threw a fit one time. I think it was 6-7 episodes in, and Spiner and Frakes were like constant pranksters. And he just got pissed and like stormed off, went to his trailer, slammed the door. He's like, I can't do this. You guys aren't professional, blah, 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 blah. He's like, dude, this isn't like a stage play. He's like, if this works right, we're going to be doing this for a very, very long time.
I was Richard III, damn it.
Yeah, no, I mean, he really was. He was like this
Shakespeare Company.
He was like this like really, stodgy British actor, and they're like playing pranks on each other and making jokes and everything else. And he's like, I'm just trying to do my job and go home, and these people keep fucking with me. And he's like, eventually I just lost it. And he said, and I blew up, and I'm screaming, and I'm yelling, and they're just looking at me like I've lost my mind. And then, after that, I was like, yeah, fuck it. Oh, it's just kind of funny. Because, the same thing's kind of happened. We've all been doing this stuff together for so long now that we just have little ways that we tease each other. And
oh, yeah.
So, I think that's one of the reasons why stories like that relate to me so well, because I'm like, oh, it sounds like my crew. We're kind of assholes to each other. We just go. Anyway. So you were asking about the resource that froze up on me earlier. That's because I didn't realize now that the Blaze has locks on certain articles that you have to subscribe for to be able to read. And so I went to open one and it said no, and I'm like, oh, that's never happened before.
Oh, so the Blaze is paywalling behind their paywall.
Yeah.
That's payception.
Well, that's because they now don't do any pretty much advertising other than the stuff that Beck's involved in. So now it's basically, if you want to read our shit, you need to subscribe.
Which I'm 100% fine with that. I really am. And, it's like, especially when, now we're in the world where everybody's threatening to pull their ad dollars at, the slightest inconvenience to them or, the slightest inconvenience to the very vocal and angry minority on the internet. So it's like, it really was a pain in the ass. And Jeff, I need to find out what the end of your research was on this so I can, but, it's like when advertisers started pulling from Russell Brand on Rumble based off of allegations that went fucking nowhere.
Yeah, funny. I haven't heard much about that lately.
Yeah, weird how these things that he was actually very open and honest about, when they were happening. Now, 10 years later, that everybody's forgotten. Ooh, he's a rapey asshole. Well, no, and you all were okay with it when he was one of you. Now that he's starting to wake up, you oh my God, we must cancel, and then nothing happened of it.
Yeah, he wasn't a rapey asshole. He was a philandering asshole, and he was very open and honest about it.
Right. So it's like, oh, we're going to pull advertising off his Rumble stuff, and we're going to get him kicked off of YouTube, and blah blah blah. And then it's like some brands that I use pulled their advertising, and it pissed me off. But it's like So I have no problem. It's like, granted, Twitchy. Well, I from when I look at Twitchy on my phone or any of the Salem properties, I get a lot of ads. I don't because I use Brave. Which I still have not seen a single Twitter ad. I don't know what everybody's crying about. Use Brave. The thing that sucks out, okay, so with using Brave, YouTube now automatically recognizes it as an ad blocker. So whenever I launch a video, I have to refresh to get past it. It is against the policies of YouTube for you to use an ad blocker. You must stop it now, you evil, evil person. Yeah, refresh. Oh, look, I'll watch the video now.
Yeah, I kind of want to just, put in, if there was a spot to leave a comment, I'd be like F5 and find out.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
No,
Angela
same thing.
Camino, whatever her name is, she now it's like, bold lib always dresses for success. She looks like fucking Ed Grimley. Seriously.
Oh.
And the 5 head, the 10 head doesn't even bother me anymore. It really doesn't. Now that I'm starting to realize that I think her whole shtick is one, now that you can monetize, engagement farming, but also if she was actually a conservative, causing lib simps to go completely apeshit over her, what would she do differently? I think she just thrives on conservo dick, but in real life, in like Twitter, she just, makes her seem like the normal unhedged leftist. This is my working theory. Well, maybe I've been doing too many juxtapositions, but this is my working theory that she's actually conservative and just trolling.
I think you might, to a point, I kind of think you're right, because I know what you're talking about. But the other thing that drives me crazy, though, is now that you can monetize, people just say the most stupid, outlandish shit possible just to get people to click and react. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm over that.
Yeah, I've started blocking. It's like Laura Loomer and that Alex retard, whatever his fucking name is. I've just straight up... I caught myself engaging. And then because I'm the one who always says, don't engage don't give the engagement farmers a penny, starve them out. And I caught myself doing it, so now I have to block. My entire Twitter existence, I've been hesitant to block anybody except for those who are actually likely, doxers and just the fucking insane. But now it's like, no, you know what? I'm going to block engagement farmers because I'm pretty sure that works against them with the algo.
I'm sure it does. It should anyway, you would think.
Yeah. I need some confirmation from that from Saint Elon of Tesla. But yeah, she looks like Ed Grimley. It looks like she just fucking photoshopped those clothes on her. And the way everything else is out of focus, it looks like she photoshopped herself. She is disproportionate to the room. I'm going to drop this picture. I want chats. Everything about this seems fake.
It's probably because it is. The other thing that drives me crazy about all this though is all the filters that everybody puts on shit now. Like, I had a friend who was trying to hook me up with somebody, and she sent me a picture of her, right? And then we met in person, and I'm like, did you age 20 years overnight, or what the fuck? So then I went back and looked at the picture. I was like, oh, look at all the soft edges. That's a filter.
Yeah, look at all those filters.
And dude, look, I mean, seriously, I
see filters within filters.
This is somebody that has been accused of looking like Sloth from the Goonies. Don't use a filter, because you're just setting yourself up for ridicule when they see you and you don't look anything like your picture. Because trust me, I look like my picture on purpose, because I figure I'd rather scare you off up front.
Right.
Anyway.
I dare you to care.
Anyway, so what are you watching? I have 5 minutes left.
Yeah. Oh shit. Are we that far in? So right now I'm doing my Sci-Fi Channel Christmas because I've been having. Without any weather. Last year we'd started to get weather at this time. Today, if you saw the pictures that I posted in Discord, we're still kind of like fallish. It's chilly, but the weather's really nice, and by the afternoon I'm in a t-shirt. So I'm having a hard time getting in the Christmas spirit. So last night I started with the Eureka Christmas special. I only recognized one of them.
The second one didn't happen.
It didn't happen. It's just fucking terrible. So that was last night. Tonight I'm going to see if I can find the Warehouse 13 Christmas specials and probably Haven over the next couple days. And then I'm going to get into, the gambit of 1941, Scrooged, Christmas Vacation. Then I get into the movies going into Christmas Day.
Round in the corner. We're getting there.
Yep. We're getting there. 9 days to the most important event of the year.
12 days to Christmas and 9 days to the most important event of the year.
Mm-hmm. It just may save your very life.
Yeah, I love this Scrooge reference. So.
Yeah, that's fun. No, in case you've been living under a rock on Mars with your fingers in your ears, next Friday, not this Friday, next Friday will be the KLRN Players Mickey Blowtorch production of Miracle on 34th Street, which, as I popped in last Friday when you guys were doing He Said, She Said, Jeff will be playing Kris Kringle. Deservedly the role he was born for.
I'm pretty sure he might actually be the real one. Just saying.
I think he is.
I think he just doesn't want us to know.
No.
The alien.
He does that whole alien front. He's not from Alpha Centauri B. He's from the North Pole.
Yeah, I was gonna say the alien things are covered because that's
it is a cover.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Nobody would admit to being an alien from Alpha Centauri.
Well, especially B. Come on now.
Right. All right. How about you? What are you watching?
Actually, I found something pretty cool on Peacock the other day. They have done a Monk movie. It's called Mr. Monk's Last Case.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. My favorite line of the whole movie, without giving things away, because of course it's post COVID. So they're standing in the middle of an airport because they're waiting to pick a bunch of people up, and everybody's like using sanitizer and everything else. And his caregiver looks at him and says, "Hey, look, Mr. Monk, they're all you." He's like, "And they're gonna hate it." It's probably my favorite line of the whole movie. But yeah, they have indicated that there may be others to come after this, but I don't want to say too much more because the title makes it kind of seem otherwise. So. But yeah,
picked up on Killjoys. Yeah, it's a good show until you get until
it jumps the shark.
Well, not just that. Once you realize the absolute point where they canceled Dark Matter and left that going, then you just become sad.
So yeah, that honestly kind of pissed me off, right? So that show gets a season to wrap everything up, and Dark Matter, which was a much better show with a lot more exposition to explain how we got to where we were, and they just got to the point where it was going to start getting good. And they're like, "Yeah, no, we're done." Like,
they get there, and Sci-Fi goes, "Yeah, you're done. You're cut."
I was like, "What? But why did this one get a season?"
The other thing that kills me is Amazon saved The Expanse, but we're like, "Come on, guys, save Dark Matter too."
Well,
come on.
Amazon didn't exactly save The Expanse. They prolonged The Expanse because that ending still pisses me off.
Okay, well, okay. So here's the alpha and the omega of that story. The reason why Amazon picked up The Expanse because they were going to get canceled, and the dude who played Alex, kind of like tricked Bezos into, watching it or something. Somehow he kind of like finagled his way into talking to Bezos and getting Bezos to back it. It's on YouTube, and the irony is that because of him doing Me Too shit is what killed the last few episodes. If he had just kept it in his pants for a few more weeks, it could have, but they had to cut him. So that's why they did him dirty in his death.
I was wondering why they killed him off. I missed the whole him being involved in the Pound Me Too movement. And yes, I said what I said.
No. As one should.
The whole irony of putting Me Too in front of the pound sign and not expecting people to say it that way. It's a hashtag, you cretin.
But yes, Killjoys was a good show early on. And like I should probably go back and revisit the last couple seasons because I stopped watching it out of spite.
I will say the last couple of seasons,
like everybody on the show, was an absolute smoke show.
Once you get past the fact that there was a much better show that they killed off to keep this one going, it actually doesn't end badly. At least there's resolution. What you don't get,
I like the premise.
What you don't get so often with sci-fi shows because they're so expensive to make that everybody's just like, yeah, no, we're fucking done. That's like fucking Star Trek Enterprise got killed off with Riker fucking playing on the holodeck. I'm like, what the hell? Just like a slap in the face, dude.
Yeah, you got another season and a half before you have a right to be mad at it. He's in season 2. Yeah, no, that ending that was probably the worst ending of any show ever. Bob Newhart show, it was not.
I mean, and the worst thing about it was Enterprise was another one of those ones that was finally starting to kind of find its legs. People were actually starting to get into it right as they killed it. And the funny thing is, now that some of the new Trek is so terrible, they're like, can we just bring Enterprise back now? Can we finish it?
Yeah. It's kind of funny how, it's kind of like how the sequels made the prequels look good.
But yeah, no, I mean, and at least everybody's like, well, at least they tried to make everything look, it was at least close to the right timeline. I mean, the ship was smaller, some of the technology was different. They didn't have they had actual ballistic torpedoes, and instead of this shit where you've got like a bridge that's the size of the whole Galaxy class Enterprise. Which I will admit does kind of miff me off. Like I rewatched some of Discovery, the first season, because I like the part with Lorca when they do the whole dark mirror thing. So I rewatch those from time to time. But I'm just like, dude, those stations are like 30, 40 feet apart. How the fuck are you gonna? How are you gonna deal with that in an emergency? I mean, even the comm stations are like 30 feet apart. I'm like, dude, it looks amazing on camera. Don't get me wrong, but that is not. Sometimes you got to go. Oh, it looks great, but this is supposed to be a functional thing, not eye candy. But yeah. All right. So yeah, been mostly that, and because I watched that, I'd kind of been rewatching the original Monk again because I love that show. I don't know what it was about that show because it's a weird premise, but I really, really love that show.
Jeff's taunting me. because I've had interaction with Jonas Quinn, but he hasn't quite followed me yet, and he follows Jeff. So
he likes it. He likes
you know
it.
what? Corin Nemec, because I had that tweet about my dad the day before yesterday, and Corin Nemec actually gave the the prayers kind of thing too. So
Nice.
I'm like, okay, that's awesome. Because he was following my feed for a day or two, so that's all right. He didn't quite follow me, but he came for the memes and stayed for the other shit.
Yeah, we interact a lot, and he still hasn't followed me either. I'm like, whatever, dude.
Well.
I want Daniel Jonas to follow me anyway, bastard.
What's that?
I said I want Daniel Jonas to be the one to follow me anyway, you bastard.
I like Corin.
I do too. I'm just giving him shit.
Good cat. Yeah.
No, I mean, honestly, I actually really enjoy his feed. Hell, I've done a couple of Twitchies about him. Oh. Alright, we should probably wrap up. I don't know about you, but I'm running out of steam.
Okay. Yeah, I am too. Again, for those of you who saw the Discord, I had quite the interesting day getting around some native fauna, and so it's just kind of the stress because you don't know if they're gonna come at you, and not like they're gonna attack, but it's like, okay, I really don't want to have to explain a wild burrow and truck incident.
Just capture the thing and take it to Tijuana like you usually do.
Yeah, that's true. Gotta train first, though. With my help, he may be one of the best.
All right, dude, that was a callback to a long time ago.
Right? We haven't talked about Donkey Farm in a long time.
That was one of the first things Fu accused you of way back in the day.
Accused? Hell no. Yeah. And then when I told her I did the training for the Tijuana show, then we stopped talking about that.
So I don't know if you caught this part, but I was telling Jeff, I was like, from now on we need to stop editing out references to like CBS, especially if it is a CBS production, and just change it to BBCBS.
Nice. Excellent.
I was like, wait, why are we editing that out? Just make it BBCBS. Everybody will laugh their asses off.
I was kind of curious because I've gotten halfway through writing one of Wilma's scripts for the commercials, and I was kind of curious, and I need to find a Chat GPT to do this. I want to see what AI would come up with for a commercial, giving it the parameters of what we do.
That could be fun.
I'm just curious. I want to see see it'll spit out and see if it spit out something show worthy.
Yeah, actually, because there's those AI programs that you tell it what you're looking for in a graphic and it'll make it for you. One of the companies I'm founding on the production side is one of the nicknames. It's based off one of the nicknames Michael Loftus gave me because he always used to call me Kung Fu Rick because of the way I just throw everything together. I don't know where it came from, but it's kind of stuck. So the production company is going to be Kung Fu Rick Productions. I want to find one of those programs and be like, I need you to make me a graphic with a Kung Fu fighting radio host and see what it throws out. Just to see what it does.
I think I'm going to try Bard. Is that the one that you did your... Nice. Is that the one you did the module with, Jeff? Because I think you have to be a subscriber for Grok.
Yeah, he was saying something about Grok the other day, but I haven't looked into that yet.
I mean, it's on my... No, wait, it's gone. It was there yesterday. It was there over the weekend.
No Grok for you. Yeah. All right.
No, over the weekend on the desktop version of Twitter, you had a chance to use Grok, but all it did was just say, "Hey, you got to subscribe for this feature." Now it's not on my sidebar anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got to go to bed.
It's like, yeah, you're
not together. That'd be weird. But
Yeah, no, that would be a little weird. Although,
those aren't pillows.
I didn't know. Anyway, so Once your butter goes Amish. Just saying. Anyway. I don't know how to finish that sentence. I'm sleep deprived.
I don't know. Yeah. All right. Good night, guys. Thanks. Hail Hydra.
I took a little risk. Send lawyers, guns, and money.